everyone, my name is Akita, and today we are going to be playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Welcome back. We're at it again. We left off, not in a rough place strategically, but some rough stuff plot-wise, so things are getting kind of heated between Vase and Rex, to the point where they kind of, you know, ruined my birthday party. Screw Vase. And Anemone didn't do anything about it, so glad to know we're such good friends. All social skills are plussed. And it's a new year as well, so let's see if there are any boss events anywhere. Because I really want to get a better look at what's inside that pyramid. And I also am starting to wonder if certain things are sort of blocked off to us until we've gotten, like, certain information throughout other playthroughs. Which would be interesting, but also time-consuming. Though nobody seems to care for these flowers, and it's a little upsetting. I'm also looking for Diz, because I feel like Diz would be here. Maybe. Diz isn't here. Sim, have you seen Diz? What does that mean? I quite enjoy these holographic videos you gave me. I've been learning so much about humanity from them. However, Sim lays his finger to his lips and thought, what does it mean to make an offer someone can't refuse? Make someone offer he can't refuse. Sim smiles knowingly. He purrs, I agree. You've explored a dark place. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Sim leads you to one of his many underground bedrooms and then turns to you with a smile that feels almost shy. You are unlike any human I have ever met, he says, running the back of his fingers down your cheek. I would like to try something to possibly know you as intimately as I know other gardeners. He gestures to the regeneration vat, glowing softly in the dim. Please, if you would. You want me to step in that? Disrobe and step into the vat. Sim joins you moments later. Similarly nude, you sink together into the cool gel. Immediately you feel the friction of connection between your mind and Sim's. And you know without thinking that the gel will not drown you. You take a deep breath and let it fill your lungs, and you feel both Sim's pride and his passion as he kisses you deeply. Oh. Wait! What happens after that, you need not speak words to understand. Huh, can we do it again? Oh my god, you can break up. You spot Sim on a cliff overlooking the direction of the colony, which is just a small smudge on the horizon. You wrap your arms around him and lay your head on his shoulder. Hello, my love, he says, linking your fingers over his stomach. I was just thinking about you. You sense there's more in his mind than that, but you'll leave it be. Okay. Not exactly what I was thinking, but I'm not sure what base that is. See, I want to do something related to a lot of flowers. I want to do something related to this, but we're not supposed to go in the room without Sim. I don't have Diz with me either. Oh my god, it makes me so sad. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Because we're not supposed to... we know what this does. And we probably shouldn't touch stuff at random. So it's just kind of... I guess we'll just leave. Because I think I've picked up basically all the items. I didn't find Diz here. Also, someone mentioned that if I go to engineering, there's a specific button I have to press to, whose birthday's early? Pollen? I think it's Rex's. Yeah. Rex. Oh, I got it. Do I have cake? I think I have cake. Because if I remember right... Yeah, because Diz didn't like the cake. Rex, I got cake. Hug. Rex, I have cake. I got you a present. Cake. Rex beams as you unveil his birthday cake. You remembered, he cheers, wrapping in a big hug. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I probably should have been giving presents out a while ago, but I just didn't think about it. I was so busy with, you know, helping people survive that I didn't. You spot Vase talking to a small group of other soldiers and walk over to see what's going on. Vase gives you a cool look as you approach. If you're looking for Rex, you're not going to find him here, he says, and the other soldiers snicker like they're sharing some sort of private joke. You should try out back, or maybe the personal quarters. Okay, here you go, you asshole. I don't know why that was funny. Rexy poo. You're looking for Rex by the construction site, but Rex finds you first. Tackle hug! You turn to the source of the yell. Rex is barreling towards you, arms outstretched. You have about 2 seconds to decide how to react. I'm not romancing Rex. I really think him and Nemi are a really cute couple. I don't know if I've done the right actions to make that happen, but at least this time around, I'm not romancing Rex. We'll see what happens next run, but for now, I'm all sim at this point. You stand your ground and throw your arms wide. Rex almost knocks you off your feet with the force of his hug, but his strong arms don't let you fall. He smells so good, like sweat and dust and sunshine. I'm always happy to see you, Kita, Rex says, squeezing you tightly. Rex's hug. You think you're starting to understand this strange Helio boy and his love of hugs. So, Rex asks, crossing his arms, were you looking for me? What you need? Let's do something fun. I'm hot, you're hot, let's make out. What kind of reasoning? It's like a teenager. This is probably for when we were teenagers. I'm not moving fast enough according to the game. You want to skip work and hang out? Rex looks torn. Aw, man, he groans. Normally, yes, for sure, but I'm actually super stoked to work on the build today. He jerks his thumb towards the construction project behind him. If you want, you can come see what we're working on. Yeah, sure. Rex takes you on a tour of the construction site. He's great company, and basking in his excitement is a pleasant way to spend an afternoon. When you wave goodbye to him so he can get back to work, you feel a little lighter. Yeah. Alright. Now we're gonna see, because someone said in here was like an option to tinker with your DNA. Was that there the whole time? Of all the people in the colony, you understand genetics the best. Besides Dr. Instance, probably. She trusts you to attend to the gene tech, oh my gosh, machine. With access to a machine like this, you could give yourself a new genetic enhancement. Sure, you probably shouldn't mess with your genome too much in vivo, but one little change couldn't hurt. Sure? Of course. Ooh. But it's not a +1 on strength challenge win. +1 skill on social win. +2 for every card. For every other strength card. -5 stress. Well, that's... I did not care for that one. Honestly, I think it's between extra fingers and eagle eyes. I'm leaning more toward extra fingers, personally. Just because... we're real low on social. +1 skill on social challenge win. I wonder if that just means like a random yellow I would get bonus on. I guess we'll find out. You've heard that long ago having a 6th finger would have been something you'd hide or even remove. Some of the best musicians back on Earth have the gene for extra fingers, though. It's a tricky process, much more complicated than modifying the malleable stem cells of an embryo. You wouldn't risk doing it again, but this time it works out. Dr. Instance knows what you've done, but you take her silence as tacit approval of your risky experiment. Oh, that didn't even cost me to... Oh, okay. Wow, I still have the day. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go out. Because I still need to find Diz. I feel... I don't know, right? I don't know for certain because it's my first time playing. But I feel in my bones like... like I can find him if I just go to the right place. Like if I just... Maybe he's actually near camp though. Maybe he's near camp. It's just the Manicore thing again, I think. I think it is. Hold on. Oh, maybe it's not. The Valley of Vertigo spans a huge and relatively safe area, so it's rare to see other foragers out here. It's surprising, then, to come across Utopia and 2 other foragers crouching in the underbrush. Psst, Kira. Utopia hisses, beckoning you over. Get over here. Why? You slink over to the other foragers through a gap in the underbrush. You spot a terrific sight. A fully grown manticore has fallen into a nest of at least 20 snap ladders. Their engagement looks like a battle to the death. I've got 10 kudos on the snap ladder, she says. I fell into a nest once. I was laid up in the medbed for a week. Poor manticore, one of the foragers says. What a way to go. The last forager retorts, who cares? After what they did to Hal, every manticore can rot for all I care. The manticore roars in pain as it's torn apart by the whip-fast, hungry snap ladders. Oh, help it. I love animals, man. I'm not gonna just watch it, especially. Oh my god. No way in hell. Let's put it there. If we put a 3, a 4, a 5. Well, it wasn't exactly what I wanted to. Yeah, okay. +4 if stress over 50. Oh, that's so cool. What a nice card. Yeah, we'll just win. Utopia tries to stop you as you burst through the underbrush, dedicating yourself to being the best distraction your weak, fragile human body can be. Enough of the snap ladders turn their focus on you that the manticore is easily able to pick the others off. Crunch, munch, snap. Off go enough heads in the manticore's powerful jaws that the survivors cut their losses, disappearing back into the burrow. Now you find yourself face to face with the manticore, Fortuna's perfect murder machine. It looks at you quizzically. You look back. You feel a weird connection to this creature. Suddenly, the manticore roars, lunging at you, lashing its great mane. Wisely, you scream in terror and get the hell away. Luckily, the manticore is too wounded to bother chasing you. You and the other foragers make it away without injury. I get the feeling if I go back, if I come here again, I'm going to be able to tame a manticore, and that's going to be dope. I will be... I will collect them all. I want to find Diz, because I'm afraid if I don't, he's gonna die, and I don't want him to die. So I'm just worried. Alright, next month. I don't think anybody needs me. Usually it's a month-by-month basis if people need me. I'm gonna explore nearby, because I need to make sure he's okay. If I can't find him at any of these points, though, that's just a signal that I'm probably not gonna find him. Alright, well, I'm just gonna load. That was not great. There you go. I think this is the same thing. Oh, Nemi? What? Nemi? What are you doing here? When you report for surveying duty, Nami is here. Sorry, Nami. It's their first day as a surveyor. They smile widely when they see you, smiling exuberantly. Oh, you two know each other already, Utopia says, looking between you two. That'll make this easier. Kita, I'd like you to keep an eye on Nami while you're out there. Utopia continues. I'm going to assign you to the same region for the next little while. Just make sure they don't wander into a nest of snap ladders, okay? Yay, hooray! Nami cheers and you guys gives you a high five. As Utopia explains to Nami and some of the other Helio surveyors about the surveying tools, Nami starts to get bored and wanders a little ways from the group. You see it happening, but are powerless to stop them from tripping and nearly landing in a nest of Hopeye eggs. They're just about to crash into the delicate spun glass cocoon when Utopia materializes out of nowhere and scruffs them by the back of their collar. Nami, pay attention. Nami giggles like they don't even realize the danger of being stampeded by the upset Hopeyes beginning to gather around. Utopia ushers them back to the group before they can get tramply. Nami asks a million questions about the eggs. Are they edible? Do they have hard or soft shells? What is the cocoon made out of? How long until they hatch? Utopia sighs. Just get out of here, you two, she says, before the cute little varmints turn ugly. Okay. Just looking for Diz. Oh, well, there's Nemi. Hold on, Nem. Hey, Nem, what's up? Sorry, Nam. I don't know why I keep calling her... Nem is Anemone. That's why I keep calling Nami Nem. You hear Nami shouting for help nearby. Run over. You sprint at the sound of distress. Nami's stuck in the lyre flower. You know this beast well. It pretends to be a giant, pretty flower, then swallows you whole and slowly digests you. Yeah, it almost ate us. Oldest trick in the book. You could use your plascutter to cut them out of there if you can figure out what part of this creature to cut without hurting Nami. Nami is struggling and you hear muffled sounds of distress from inside. You have to try. Would Nami have died if we had not done this? Like, if we had not found her, would the flower have eaten her? I want to know. I don't want to know badly enough to let it happen, though. Sorry. Actually, no, that works. Hold on. Bam. Oh, it doesn't become a straight, though. Oh, fuck. Okay, use that then. If it equals the goal. Well, we're already above the goal, so... We got you, Nemi. I mean, yeah, Nami. Oh my god. So happens when I skip a few days. You delicately slice the lyre flower at the underside of the base of its flower, which you guess is the creature's neck. Up close, it looks more reptilian than plant-like. Just a little nick, and the creature coughs and convulses. Nami spills forth in a flood of digestive juices. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, ew, ew. Yuck. My outfit. Stupid flower. Nami stomps and shakes their fist at the flower, which lurches on a fat snake-like body. You're fine, we got you. Is that what's gonna happen? We just like get to see events all around about where she could possibly die because she's just not careful enough. I hope not. I'm still trying to find plans. I'd hate to have to like keep coming back here. Okay, let's go. You've been trekking up a gentle incline for what feels like hours before you finally reach the edge of a cliff. The plain spread out before you as far as you can see in every direction, sparkling lakes reflecting perfect circles of sky. Spark snow drifts lazily through the air, flickering like fireflies in the distance. Everything sounds muffled and peaceful. One of the suns is setting on the other, and the other is rising. It's spectacular. Keep a watchful eye out. Max perception. In the jungle, you're never safe. You stand watch. There's some animal activity, but nothing out of the ordinary. At least you got some practice. Was that it? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go home. I think I've picked up everything, so... Maybe this is in the swamp then. I do kind of want to know if Nami would have died right there if I hadn't. Oh, and then I saved her life. I would hope so. His life. Their life. Sorry. You're walking through the colony when you see a blur of color and motion out of the corner of your vision. Bang! Nami collides with you in a catastrophe of flailing limbs and high-pitched squealing, sending you both sprawling to the ground. Oh my gosh! Nami exclaims. They immediately get to their hands and knees and begin to collect the papers that exploded out of their hands when they fell. I'm so sorry. Sometimes my brain is off doing its own thing and I don't watch where I'm running. They exclaim, dusting off their piece of toast and shoving it back in their mouth. Gotta eat breakfast even when you're late. Gotta eat breakfast even when you're late. Your enhancement isn't super agility, is it? Don't even worry about it. Nami giggles and continues to collect their scattered papers. Their face is bright red. Okay, if you say so. Thanks, Kita. Maybe if I had a genetic enhancement like everyone else, I would be able to watch where I'm going. You don't have a genetic enhancement? Nami gets to their feet and offers you a hand up. Oh my gosh. Then brushes the dust off of you. I actually don't know what my genetic enhancement is, or even if I have one at all. My parents decided to lock my medical files from when I was a baby because they had this wild idea that they wanted me to grow up without feeling like I had to be perfect. They think it's rude for parents to make that choice for their kids. It's not all it's cracked up to be. That's easy for you to say, Miss I have cool superpowers, Nami exclaims, putting their hands on their hips and sticking their tongue out at you. The rest of us have to get by on our wits and charm. Nami wiggles their eyebrows. Maybe I'm just like Galactic Cyber Prince Umiya, and one day a talking Hawkeye will come tell me I have to defeat the Mecha Ultra Nether Beings. Nami starts walking with you, talking animatedly with their hands. I know my parents just want me to know that I can be anything I want to be when I grow up. And I don't have to be super strong or super smart in order to be happy. They
always told me, nothing and nobody knows what's good for Nami except Nami. And I think that's and I really think that's true.
It is true. They stop and turn to you, looking serious for a moment.
Sometimes it does feel like, well...
Nami squints up into the sky.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm only good at something because I have some kind of secret advantage I don't know about. Or sometimes I think the opposite, like if I'm not very good at something, I'll feel angry because maybe I could have been good at it. It was really bad on the Helium because everyone is really good at something. Usually things like marching and shooting stuff. I thought maybe it would feel different here, where there are people with all kinds of skills, but
they sigh.
No matter what I try, someone is already way better at it. I just feel like I just suck at everything.
Everyone sucks at first.
It's the first step to being kinda good at something,
Nami says brightly.
That's from a show I used to watch, and I guess I don't suck at everything.
They strike a pose with an imaginary laser pistol.
I'm really good at laser fable. Pew pew!
So, I think Nami's... Okay, hear me out. I've, again, never finished the game before, but I think Nami does have a... what the fuck is it called? Augment. I think Nami has an augment. I think hers is immortality. Because she is the only one whose portrait has not changed from teenager to adult. And I know some people age just super well, but usually there's some change. For them, there was nothing. I think they're immortal. Not like nothing can kill them, but just they don't age after a certain point. That's my guess. Also, what else did we get on Rex? Boy dog. More interested in flirting than working, but he's fun to be around. That's funny. True, and funny. I saved, and now we're gonna go hunt in the swamps. Anemone? Nem is here to see off you and Vase. Well, she's mostly here for Vase. Be careful, hero, she says, kissing him enthusiastically. As she's in charge of her own defensive squad, she rarely sees field work. I'll keep the colony safe while you're gone. I'm counting on you, Vase replies and gives her butt a squeeze. She giggles. Keep the home fires burning. I'll be back before you know it. Hey, I'm going into danger too. Do I get like a bye or... Sounds so petty. I'm not gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say this. Vase rolls his eyes. Oh please, I can do this solo. He scoffs and holds him. Isn't that right, Nemi?
Well...
Nem says, running her fingers over Vase's armor with a flirty smile. Maybe I should come with you someday, you know, to watch your back. Vase's smug smile stiffens. You think I can't handle myself, he says quietly. She's flirting. Nem's eyes go wide, she throws her arms around him. No, babe, she simpers. What is a simper? Hold on, guys, I gotta look this up. What is simper meaning? Definition of simper. To smile in a silly, affected, or ingratiating manner through force of will. Smile in a silly, affected, or ingratiating manner. Yeah, that sounds about right. I just want to be with you, that's it, I'm sorry. Vay's hand tightens on her waist, that's more like it. You are a red flag. You are so many red flags. Write a book about all the red flags that you are. I would love to see what a romance with Vase is like. I don't know if I myself will ever do it, but I would love to see it. Just because I want to see what our options are. Like, do we have to do what Anemone does and just give him what he wants? Or can we actually stand up for ourselves and he has some, you know, character growth? So I can't find Diz, is what you're telling me, game. I guess we're gonna go home. I can't believe he wasn't here. I feel like guys, I'm sorry. And if he's not here, then he's just not here. Oh, it just is the same thing. Okay, we're gonna go home. Which makes me very sad. But so this is nowhere for us to find, which is very sad. She likes eggs. And I don't believe anybody else that I'm aware of has a birthday in Dust, so... Hey, is this a birthday cake? Thanks for remembering my birthday. Of course. We are friends, you know. Alright, Vase, come here. I'm still gonna do my best to befriend you, even though I don't like you. Here you go. Hey. I was expecting a straw, there wasn't one. Yeah, we can help with the animals now. Your dad is running some kind of test on Trippets. He's playing different chords and trying to see if they have language, or just making instinctive animal calls. You help him by holding up random objects and trying to determine if their sounds map to any understanding of what they're seeing. They're either saying kill all humans or linguini sports ball. Your dad says, staring at the readout on his holopalm. I just can't be sure. Dad. You find your dad in your mom's garden. It's been kept well tended since her death, and not just by your dad. Plenty of her agriculturists have all had a hand in it. It's nice that there's a part of her here and that it's being kept alive by the people she saved by sacrificing herself. Your dad wipes his eyes as you approach. Hey kiddo, he says softly. Just visiting your mom. You gonna stay a bit? Maybe we should get friendlier with Anemone, since she and Vase are becoming more serious. I think if we do combat training, that'll work. I keep thinking stuff's where it used to be, and it's not. Defense training, yeah. You and them are practicing judo moves, checking each other into semi-deflated poof shrooms, which have been set up like mats. You're learning to throw, but also to fall properly without getting hurt. It's pretty fun. The enormous mushrooms are surprisingly springy and bounce right back up. You yell cannonball and tuck into a ball for maximum bounce. Nem braces herself, but the shockwave from your jump sends her high into the air. She can't stop laughing as your training dissolves into a game about how high you can bounce each other. You are technically still learning how to fall safely, you're just having fun while you're doing it. It's nice to hear her laughing like a kid again. I just got the achievement friendliest friend. This year, Governor Lum's ascension to the Rotumnalia stage is heralded by an entire military band. Their instruments shiny and nano-printed new. They march out of command and formation, splitting and forming a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. Spotlights turn on with heavy ka-chunk noises, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arms wide. Hello, Vertumna. His voice burms over the speakers. Are we winning or what? The reaction is mixed. You look around, it's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are Helios and people who fully adopted their mentality, like Nem. The Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Security Chief Rhett is one of them, his usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before he continues. "We're killing it out there, people," he exclaims. "Every day we claw a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet." A Watado pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken splort at Lum's feet, splattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lum continues on raising his fists. "Those Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning. Don't mess with humankind." The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. The Stratos are agitated, and you hear calls for things to return to how they were, and how Lum and his soldiers are killing the planet. How even the council, lined up before the stage facing the crowd, looks conflicted. "We left Earth to get away from this shit," your dad shouts, and you turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears. "Now look at us. We're right back where we started, fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us." Utopia hops on stage and routes her own here speak through the speakers. "He's lying," she yells bitterly. "This year we lost 2 surveyors in the swamp, Sorel and Keeney. They'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent them to clear out a manicore den for no good reason." She jams her finger against the governor's chest. "The only threat to our colony here is you." Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and slowly crushes her hollow palm crystal with his thumb. You hear the crunch of her bones on her hands before her feed cuts out. Utopia yelps as her knees buckle with pain, her bravado gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. "Can we go up and kick his ass, please? Please, can I grab someone's gun?" The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. "Thank you for your input," he says icily. "Your concerns have been noted." This isn't the buffoon Lum presents on his daily hollow vlogs, or the nuisance he is when he visits a work site. You see something in his eyes you've only caught glimmers of before: hatred. "You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force," he sneers. "Before we got here, the colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful. Just a bunch of burned-out hippie fugitives. What was your plan for surviving out here? Wishful thinking, singing songs, and talking to animals?" Laughter ripples through the Helios. "You," he gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest, "need us. Not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you'll do what I say. Can we walk the fuck out?" He stares at Dr. Instance, who glares up at him with hatred in her eyes as she tends to Utopia's hand. "Maybe it's time to clean house," he threatens. "We need team players, ones who share one vision for the future of Vertumna." After a few tense moments, he clears his throat. Sir, shall I continue with the traditional formalities now?" Lum scowls down at Seek, then throws his hands in the air. "Whatever. Do it if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards." "I would love to kill him. Can we?" He turns and stalks off stage, his marching band scrambling to follow him with his exit song. As promised, there are no contests this year, but there's plenty of food and alcohol. As the sun begins to set and the Helios, including Vase and Nem, head straight for it and look ready to party into the night, the other teens seem a little less at ease. "No, I totally get it," Rex says to Cal as you approach. "They didn't used to be this mean. Sure, we all joked about how, we'd find you rubbing sticks together in the dirt after your nanotech broke down, but it wasn't like this." He jerks his thumb towards Vase and his group of friends, who've wrangled themselves a live trippet and are skewering it to roast over a bonfire. You can hear its dying squeals from here. They're torturing it. They haven't even killed it. They're burning it alive. And as night falls, smell the sweet charred scent of its cooking. "No, they've always kind of been like this," Nem shakes their head. Just like total human supremacists. See something you don't understand? Nomi makes laser guns with their fingers. Pew pew. All gone. Want something someone else has? Pew pew. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not doing her voice. All yours. They lean back on their hands and look up at the night sky. In dusk, the wormhole looks so peaceful and far away.
I used to think to me and Rex, we're like changelings. Like aliens beamed in and replaced 2 human babies with weirdos.
I don't think you're weird, Cal says, eyes wide. I think it's really great you two don't act like Helios. We are Helios, though, Rex replies and Nom nods. And some people dancing around that bonfire are Stratos. It's not about how you were raised.
It's about the choices. It's about the choices you make.
Nami finishes.
No one is just a good person or a bad person. Only bad people think they always make the right choices.
Ain't that the darn truth? I made a mistake right off the bat. The dancing and feasting continues well into the night while you pass the time with your friends in the peaceful faction. Knowing that the whole colony isn't into being soldiers and fighting Lum's war on nature makes you feel less alone. But you can't stop thinking about the governor's eyes as he crushed Utopia's hand today. As long as he's in charge, it doesn't matter what everyone else wants. No. He needs to die. We need to assassinate him. The week after Vutumna is one of the hottest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off for a much-needed break, but it's so humid and awful and tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you start seeing graffiti cropping up everywhere. It seems that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between the 2 factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Lum announces a zero-tolerance policy for political graffiti, but you notice that not every tag is being removed, just the ones against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. Yeah. That sounds right. Sounds right. You spot Nem halfway up a garrison watchtower, her legs wrapped around the scaffolding as she cranes to look over the fence through a pair of holoculars. You clear your throat and she peers down at you and waves. Kita, come on up here, I want to ask you something. Okay. You clamber easily up the scaffolding. Nem gives you a high five. Here, look through these, Nem says, shoving the holoculars into your hands. You raise them to your eyes and look where she's pointing. A long ways out, much farther than the expeditions are going, you spot a dark humanoid shape moving through the towering fungal forest. Is this him? See him? Nem asks. It's Diz. I swear it is. Wait, where is this? Fungal forest. Is that the swamp? So what? Nem stares at you. So what? She repeats aghast. He's gonna get in trouble. Only if you tell on him. Well, yeah, Nem sputters, but someone should. The adults say we're not supposed to go outside the colony unless it's on expedition. Nem says, taking the holoculars back and looping them around her neck. And Diz just goes whenever he wants. What if he gets hurt? What if he dies? She wrinkles her nose. What if he picks up a weird alien disease and comes back with 3 heads? You'll still love him all the same. So, here's my issue so far that I'm seeing through the game. There are events that get triggered with relationships that sometimes involve characters that are, again, like Diz. Diz isn't dead, but everyone in the colony, with the exception of myself, thinks he's dead. Because that's just the storyline we went with. He stopped Tang's disease, and after doing so immediately left the colony and everyone thought he was dead. This shows that he's not dead, and her reaction is not, oh my god, he's alive. It's, oh my god, he's out past bedtime. So, there's some things that are a little off. It's still a great game, it's just there's some things that are not matching up quite right. Nem scratches her cheek, where acne's made her skin dry and sore looking. Ow, she mutters as bits flake off. I just don't know what to do about it, she says. What do you think? We should go after him. Nem stares at you like you've turned green. What? She exclaims. Outside the colony? By yourselves? No way. Nuh-uh. It would be fun. Nem shakes her head. Nope, not even a little bit. No one would notice we were gone. Nope, nobody, nope, nope. Nem sings songs. Come on, live a little. Nem punches you lightly in the arm. International House of Nope, dude. She says we're gonna die a little if we go out there. The colony's got rules for a reason, Nem says, staring off into the wilderness. If we do our own thing and don't care about the rules, we're all just gonna be toast. Kinda like a sports team. We're all doing different stuff, but we all gotta play by the same rules so we can get as many points as we can. Anemone, Kita. You look on the ground where a passing colonist is waving up at you. You two get down from there, it's not safe. Okay, sorry, I'm on watch, Nem shouts back, indicating her holoculars. She shoots you a smile. I guess we should get inside the watchtower, huh? You both climb the rest of the way to the guard platform. Nem heaves over the edge and reaches down to help you up. You notice that her hands are all banged up and scabbed over with blue scales, probably from scampering all over the place the way she does. She notices you looking and laughs awkwardly. She runs her hands through her fluffy hair. Maybe if I get beat up enough, I'll have so many scales I won't have acne anymore. She jokes. You know, oh, Rex. Oh my god, so much reading. My throat. I swear, every time I finish an episode, my throat just gets so sore. It's too much reading. Rex. It's that, or it's, doing, Nami's voice. Really kills me. Rex beams when he sees you walking towards him. Kita, he calls, just the person I wanted to see. You duck under the shade of an overhanging bit of construction. I wanted to talk to you about something. Rex starts without preamble. I just wanted to talk about us. What do you mean us? Rex tilts his head at you, the corner of his mouth quirking up in a crooked, fanged smile. I mean, how can I say this? You're hot, and I'm easy. Why don't we put those two things together and see what happens? He brushes the backs of his fingers against your cheek. I know when someone's flirting with me, gorgeous. I can tell you're into this pop. The confidence. The confidence kills me. That's the worst reaction to have, by the way. If a person comes up to you and is that confident, don't laugh in their face. That's just so awful. I flirted with you like twice out of the 6 options I was given. I'm dating somebody. He laughs and ducks his head, running his hands through his hair. Sorry, I can't turn it off. Haha. Oh, the pup part? Yeah. Rex links his fingers behind his head and rocks back on his heels. I've never really dated anyone before, he confesses. Like, I love people, and I really like fooling around with people, but those aren't always the same people, if you catch what I'm saying. It's like how I love Nami Nami, but I don't want to be sexy with them. And I've definitely hooked up with people I didn't really feel anything for, just because it was fun and we both wanted to. Oh, it's good that you're open and honest about that. It's very healthy. He stops rocking and takes your hands. If you're okay with that, I think we could have a lot of fun and just see where it goes. Bro, I flirted with you twice out of like 6 options. Maybe more. Oh man, I'm tempted, but I'm taken. by someone you don't know. By someone the whole colony doesn't know. I'm so sorry. I hate rejecting people. I hate it. It's like one of my weaknesses. I'm taken. Rex gives you the biggest, saddest puppy dog eyes you've ever seen. Really? He whines, like literally whines. Then he stands straight and gives you a huge smile. Kidding, kidding. He exclaims, I'm just pulling your leg. We're cool, for real. I mean, you know me. A dog's gotta hunt. I've got plenty of friends I don't sleep with. Oh my god! He says, I'm always happy to have one more. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Rex slings a friendly arm around your shoulders. I'm glad we talked about this, he says. There's nothing better than a girl and her dog, right? You have to agree. It's awkward to tell someone you don't like them that way, but you feel good about this one. And Rex seems as genuinely happy as ever. It's good to have a friend like Rex. Yeah, it is. He's best boy. Did I get the chance to... Oh, there's Cal. Everybody's events are activating. What is happening? This will probably be the last thing I do before I end the episode. You had plans to hang out with Cal today, but when you arrive at the geoponics dome, it's worryingly dark inside. You fumble around the red emergency light until all the lights come back on with a heavy ka-chunk of a breaker being flipped. You blink into the sun-blinding light until the figures of Cal and Chief Engineer Instance resolve themselves in your vision. Absolutely no more of that, young man. Instance scolds Cal as she cradles his hoverboard in his arms. As he cradles his hoverboard in his arms. The power grid is not your plaything. I understand, Auntie. Cal says, I'm sorry. Instance mutters to herself as she passes you. Honestly, all this over a toy. Hey, Dudette. Cal greets you. Sorry, I meant to meet you outside of after work, but he looks down at his hoverboard. My board won't start. Oh, wouldn't start. And I figured it was maybe out of juice. But when I plugged it in, it threw off all these sparks, and then the whole power grid shut down. Cal's shoulders slump. I was just gonna ask Dr. Instance to take a look at it, but she told me she doesn't have time to fix a dumb toy. Let me take a look at it. Well, okay, Cal says slowly, handing over the lifeless hoverboard. I guess you are pretty good at fixing things. You open up the hoverboard and poke around in its guts for a while. Value is wild. Nice. After about 20 minutes, you think you have it figured out. You rewire it so the power no longer flows through the burned out capacitor, stick a little duct tape in there, and close the casing. Cal takes the hoverboard cautiously and flips the switch, and voila! It floats. It hovers even. Radical! Cal shouts, then covers his mouth with his hands. I mean, this is totally cool, Kina. Thank you so much. To celebrate, Cal lets you take the first spin on the board. Yes. Whoa, it bucks like a wild animal under your feet, and Cal catches you as you stumble off of it. Careful, he laughs. The first step is a doozy. It's nice having friends. I miss Diz. I miss my Diz. Excuse me. Yeah, we have, I think 50's like good friendship, you know? Anything less than that's kind of indifference. At least that's what I think. But yes, I'm going to leave it here. We're 18 right now, and we're almost finishing up the year. And I believe this stops when we're 20, so we only have a few more videos. Usually it's 2 videos a year in game, so it's gonna take 1 more to finish this off. Maybe no more than 5 videos, depending. It's not very much. We got through most of this game. I'm so... I'm so excited to see how the ending goes. Obviously, things are getting really tense right now with Lum and the other people, and I would love to kill him. I would really like to. That's just my personal opinion. Also, I'm sorry for the coughing, guys. I don't know if something's just going around or what, but maybe I have to adjust my settings. Maybe I'm projecting too much. I have no idea. Let me know what you thought of this episode down below. I think we should start a rebellion. Do you? We might have some casualties, but I think it's worth it. Also, do you guys also hope we see Diz again? Because I really do. I miss him and his brooding. But yeah, I'll see everybody in the next episode. Bye, guys.